I feel bad for this guy because it doesn't matter how good of a job he does as Geralt, he's cooked. It's over. People have already decided that he's wrong. His agent should be fired. He should have never accepted the role. I'm going to be real. I kind of think that you're right.
Henry Cavill is probably laughing his ass off right now, and it's not just because James Gunn's Superman, or Superman's James Gunn, finished its worldwide theatrical run at $615 million, which, the last time I checked, although I'm not very good at math, is a lot less than the $668 million brought in by The Man of Steel in its worldwide theatrical run over 10 years ago without adjusting for inflation. And while you think that will be enough to provide some snot bubble-inducing laughter, I'm actually concerned for Henry's health right now because Netflix decided to one-up it by dropping a full Witcher Season 4 trailer. Now, they did release a small clip a couple of weeks prior to this trailer that was ratioed and roasted into oblivion.
Everybody hates it. I mean, just cancel it.
The trailer is being ratioed and roasted into oblivion. Geralt has spent a lot of time being nerfed in his own show, including, but not limited to, being injured in the final episode of Season 1 so the girls can fight it out. And those monsters he was fighting, more often than not, were some variation of a woman who was subjugated by a man, so we should feel really bad when she dies.
By the way, every single time that there was an option to, like, either spare or kill a character in Witcher 3, I killed them every single time. You're a succubus, you're dead. You're a Doppler, you're dead. You're a werewolf, you're dead.
We need to save Ciri.
What if I can't save her?
And lo and behold, Ciri is, for the 4th season in a row, the girl who is the key to everything. And I know she eventually becomes that in the books that were published over 30 years ago when it wasn't as much of a trope, but it is now, and this is probably why you don't take 6 years to produce 4 seasons where Geralt was never the central focus.
I feel like a lot of the excitement and the popularity of The Witcher is derived from people that probably played the games, and they liked the games a lot. I think that it should have been centered around Geralt going on adventures with Ciri, and then at some point, you can still have that happen while at the same time making her be a key part of the story and the most important key of the story. You can do both of these things. The game did this thing. Why can't you do it with a show?
These are supposed to be the notorious and brutal rats from the books, although you can't really tell here. It looks like they're just standing around waiting to be offended. But I don't think there is a single image from a Netflix adaptation that represents a Netflix adaptation better than this.
What a company I've ended up with.
Ooh, maybe I spoke too soon. This is Liam Hemsworth as the Temu Witcher. And listen, I've got nothing against the guy. He's got some big shoes to fill. I just hope he got paid a lot. Oh, and I got to give...
I mean, yeah, they literally have... he's set up to fail. I feel bad for the guy. Obviously, he took the bag, he took the money, etc. But, like, realistically, I mean, there's never going to be... There's no way that he comes out of this and people don't hate him. What was really funny is that when Henry Cavill was originally cast for The Witcher, a lot of people were very skeptical about it. And they were like, well, we don't know about that. The Witcher's supposed to be, like, you know, more of, like, a kind of grungy guy. You know, he doesn't have, like, the facial structure. He's not the same thing. You know, and a lot of people were skeptical of it. I mean, people were skeptical of, you know, Heath Ledger playing the Joker, right? Because the movie he did before that was Brokeback Mountain. There's a lot of instances where that's the case, but he just nailed it. Like, Henry Cavill did a really good job. But the difference is that I think here it's like people are like, it's so insurmountable.
Netflix credit here. See, Disney, it's not that hard. Midgets playing dwarves. You can pump the brakes on the whole global phenomenon thing, Netflix. The only thing that's remarkable about this show is the fact that you didn't cancel it and how much money you're willing to put into lore and history.
That's what I think is crazy, is that they should have canceled the show. I don't know what they were thinking not canceling it.
Something is shifting on this continent. Vilgefortz is gathering an army.
We finally get a shot of The Witcher's main character, Yennefer, and this season's antagonist, Vilgefortz, who, surprisingly enough, is after Ciri.
She will be mine.
And of course, there's a heavy dose of the obligatory feminist gobbledygook girl bossing. And it wouldn't be a Witcher series without hysterical women screaming over dramatically.
Oh, God.
And the most disappointing
Jesus.
casting of all, what are we doing here, is Lawrence Fishburne. It's not disappointing that he was offered the role. It's disappointing that he accepted it.
I don't have a problem with that. That's my opinion is that if you want to race swap a character, Lawrence Fishburne is an S tier actor. He's great. I would give him a shot.
And Yasker is back, a character who was tolerable in season 1, and
The
then they
dialogue's
turned
the
him
issue?
into the sitcom
Yeah.
gay best friend.
You did not mention anything about an ominous graveyard of death.
That's some brilliant writing there. Last time I checked, all graveyards are graveyards of death. Anyway, the only character development Yasker has had over 3 seasons is he's gay now. Then there's Liam Hemsworth's take on Geralt of Rivia, especially the voice as compared to Henry Cavill's. Let's move! I guess gone is the stoic Geralt, and at least Henry tried to channel Doug Cockle's voice from the games. And it's not just the voice, you see Liam smirking. And this just comes off looking like a parody or a fan film, not to disrespect the fan films. To be fair, this show has always had its problems with production design, hair, makeup, costumes, and general
Party
verisimilitude,
City?
from the Nilfgaardian ballsack armor in season 1 to modern vernacular to Ciri always looking like she walked out of a
I think that's another really big issue that a lot of these shows have that a lot of people might not realize is that the way that the dialogue is spoken is just, it feels like it's very modernized and it doesn't feel like you're really in a fantasy world. Just the way they talk, the tone, the words that are used, it just doesn't feel, it doesn't have that level of escapism.
Despite running around in the mud and the muck all the time, within 30 seconds you would be bored of this trailer. So just in case you didn't notice with your own eyes that they recast Geralt, they decide to go full meta. And they start out with a little self-awareness.
Hope is reborn.
The Witcher is in a state of flux.
No shit.
Will you be reborn?
Listen, this will not be the first nor the last time a major character is recast. Yes, actors leave projects and characters get recast all the time. Hell, Netflix had to deal with an actress recasting herself in real life, forcing a recast in the show.
Who elected you, Vanya?
It's, Victor.
Who's Victor?
I am who I've always been.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know about that. Oh, my God.
That was awkward, but this one's a little, okay, well, it's a lot different. To state the obvious, Henry Cavill was this entire show.
Yeah.
He was actually a fan of the games and the books. And it is reported that Lauren Hisrich and Netflix were thinking about replacing him in season 2 with Liam Hemsworth, which only would have resulted in the show being canceled sooner. Henry couldn't save this show because the writing is abysmal. Keep in mind, these are the writers, including showrunner Lauren Hisrich, who thought it was a good idea to have Henry Cavill playing the titular character in The Witcher show only appear in 1/3 of his own series. Total running
Is that true?
time for episodes 1 through 5, not counting credits, is 4 hours and 35 minutes. Geralt's screen time was 73 minutes, 24.8 seconds. Henry Cavill is only on screen for 27.97% of season 3, part 1. As far as
That's crazy. Geralt was made a side character? I remember I watched season 1 and I thought it was really good. I liked season 1. And then I heard season 2 was bad. I didn't even watch it. I was like, okay, I believe you. And that was it.
season 3, part 2 is concerned, it's even worse. Total runtime for episodes 6 through 8, not counting credits, is 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 31 seconds.
2
Henry
hours.
Cavill's total screen time, 25 minutes and 3 seconds.
Wait, that's even less.
That means Henry Cavill is only in 16.67% of the final 3 episodes. I think everyone is in agreement on this one, including
They hate
Netflix,
him?
whether
Yeah,
they want
apparently
to admit
they
it or
did.
not. It is cooked. But the good news is they really are bringing people together. Every time Netflix or a fan site
Everybody
posts
hates
some
this.
news, a promotional photo, a clip, or a trailer, they get destroyed in the comments, and it doesn't matter what
do.
the social media platform is. And you would be hard-pressed to even find a positive comment on any social media platform. Don't have a hard time finding comments like this. I was willing to give this a chance without Henry Cavill, but the trailers just ruined Liam Hemsworth's career in less than 3
bit
minutes.
much.
Look at all of these strong, confident women preparing for war while the supposed main character looks weak and constantly questions himself. Rotten Tomatoes will probably give it a 9 out of 10. Liam is a fine actor, but the shoes he is trying to fill are too big. Cavill is Geralt. Liam is discount Geralt. No matter, y'all butchered the lore anyway.
Yeah.
Y'all ruined this show.
Oh, nice.
It had unlimited potential, but y'all went woke. Hired writers who thought they
It was
were
woke from the beginning.
better than the source material and let go the only person in the entire building who wanted to stay true to the source material.
Yeah.
It's over. Why do you think replacing the main character after 3 seasons will work at all?
Exactly.
I'm honestly asking, how fucking retarded are you motherfuckers? The issue has always been and will be the showrunners and writers messing with what makes the character so great. It's the fundamental misunderstanding that made people leave. All the haters will definitely see it just so they can trash talk every single episode. And the comments on the massively ratioed trailer on YouTube aren't any better. Honestly, at this point, you just gotta laugh. I really think Dutch 14 sums it up the best. To the Netflix producers, you had one simple job: turn a best-selling book into a moving picture by taking its story.
And it's also like you had all the games that did additional lore as well. Like this was the freest show that you could have ever had. Like they basically storyboarded out like the way the characters would act and everything. Like this was supposed to be super easy. How do you mess this one up, guys? It's crazy.
Putting it on the screen,
The
with
blueprint
actors,
was there and
music,
you failed.
Dialogue,
Yeah,
and
they sure
landscape
did.
as they were described, and yet failed. Do you want to know why? As you said in one of your interviews, you wanted to tell your own story in The Witcher's world.
Tell your own story, and oh god, this is what they do. They get inside of something that's good and they make it bad. That's what they do. I, the Netflix producer, showrunner that nobody will remember in 5 years, knows totally better than this best-selling author that's being paid infinitely more than me. No, I know what's best. I'm gonna do it instead.
Nobody cares about your stories.
Taylor all
What
over
I
again?
care about
Yeah.
is Sapkowski's stories. His novels are a global phenomenon, not your series. The only
Leeching
phenomenon
clout.
here is that
Yeah.
you will still have a job and how your families managed to click 10,000 upvotes for this trailer. Well said, and we'll end it with this. Fans, fix the writing. Henry Cavill, fix the writing. Netflix, no, here's Liam Hemsworth. Fans, we're not going to watch it. Netflix, fans are so toxic.
What I think to be funny about this is that with any of these like shows or anything like that, even if you think all of the fans are toxic, they're still not going to buy the show. They're not going to watch the show. They're not going to buy the DVDs or, go see a movie or buy a game. So like, it doesn't really matter. This is what I think that these people have a problem with, is that they think because they have like some sort of moral authority that the entire world is going to just kind of align with them and work out anyway. Sometimes you can have the right opinion, but if enough people disagree with you, you're still wrong. And you might think that you're right, but when you're trying to sell a product, you're going to have a bad time. They're not writers, they're propagandists. I think so. I think in a lot of cases it's true.
Oh, and in my last video, we talked about this show costing $500 million. Well, now it's been reported that you can add another $200 million to the total, and now this
my
disaster has
God.
cost $750 million. And when it's all said and done, for Lauren Hisrich anyway, who wanted to go down in history as the first female showrunner of a hit male-skewing epic fantasy, will go down in obscurity as just the latest woman who has ruined male-skewing epic fantasy. And as far as those toxic fans are concerned, well, Netflix has made the same mistake as every studio in Hollywood by intentionally
50 Shades of Grey?
mislabeling the
I could believe
passionate
that.
fan as the toxic fan, so they can blame them for all their failures. And I'll leave you on the wise words of Henry Cavill, which might explain to Netflix why he's so popular, and maybe they'll learn that if they had listened to him, he would still be around and the fans would still be around.
When it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have. And people are going to be upset because, especially when you're talking about books or games, because you're never going to be the exact person who they had in their head. I don't necessarily consider that toxic. I just consider that passionate.
Yeah, it's not going to be perfect. That's just how it
If
is.
you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.
I don't know how there's been such a media circle jerk around trying to patronize viewers and players of different content and then talk down to them and say how bad they are. When you fight your audience, you always lose. I mean, yeah, I would say in some cases that's kind of true. You do lose in a lot of cases. And I think also it's a good thing that you lose.